Hello, welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Overcoming. This coaching conversation is for individuals, especially mothers, who are facing challenges in life of all forms that is affecting their mental health, yet they wanted to come out as the best version of themselves. And my mission is to help every mothers of every family to take a stand in mental health for her and her children. I am a master builder to Master Coach's Master Builder Apprenticeship Program, and we build a tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. I am also a scholar to Master Coach's Six Steps to a Six-Figure Public Speaking Career. And by background, if you're not familiar with me, I am a registered nurse with 22 years of hospital work experience. I am a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur. I am the owner of Health and Wellness Coaching Center here in Tacloban City, Leyte, Philippines. And the center aims to facilitate overcoming, ranging from weight management to mental fitness. And I would like to thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you're coming from today. And please do tag a friend. Okay, circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might need of what I will be discussing for this session. So tag po natin yung mga kaibigan natin. You may also give a shout out to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring messages. If you are watching this on a replay, please do comment #replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. Okay, so magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I hope you're having your tea already or maybe your coffee para mawala yung ating mga antok. But I hope that we're all active this afternoon. So I'm going to be sharing with you this afternoon overcoming shame and stigma. Okay, so but before I proceed, let me acknowledge our tribe of learners, mga coaches of Life Coach Philippines and their friends. We have here Coach Lynn and Coach Cherry Minas. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, katatapos lang daw nilang mag-coffee. So, mga alert ito, mga alert ngayon yung ating mga coaches. Okay. So, I'm also, by the way, the creator and founder of my nth attempt in motherhood. This is a coaching community, as I've said earlier, that will support mothers who are desiring to take a stand in mental health for her and her children. So ito yung aking coaching community. You can look at the slides and take a picture. There is a link there leading to my community. So you just log in, use the link, and answer all the questions so you can be approved to go into the community. So we'll be having fun there soon. We're going to be having some coaching sessions, one-on-one, mga coaching talks and webinars soon. So hop in and just get the empowerment that you need. Okay. So before I proceed, let me ask everyone to, like, if there's anything in what I'm going to be sharing with you this afternoon and it's kind of resonated with you, you connected with it, you can comment, share that insight and put a hashtag pack my bag moment and hashtag coaching think talk. So ito po yung pack my bag moment. This is the aha moment, okay, na nakuha ninyo whenever you're listening to something or as a webinar, whatever talk it is, or you attended a seminar before pandemic, no? So pag may nakuha kayo doon, like it light a bulb in your brain na, yun pala yun. So that's the pack of my bag moment, which may bless and can bless other people. So whatever it is that narinig niyo and you feel like, yun pala yun. So you can make it, you can post it in your timeline and put the hashtag pack my bag moment and hashtag coaching TikTok. So maganda po kasi yung naglalagay tayo ng pack my bag moment because it sinks deeply into our brain tapos naalala natin. Tapos pag sinulat natin, we bless other people as well. So good afternoon, everyone, and hello, Master Coach Jasmine. Thank you for joining me. So let me proceed to our to what we're going to be talking about this afternoon. So I said I'm going to be sharing about overcoming shame and stigma. And let me discuss. Of course, we're so familiar with stigma, no? But let me discuss with you shame, no? So a lot of people are really like they are caged in shame that na hindi nila kayang lumabas doon, and when shame comes to them, it's kind of debilitating, like na prevent yung it is preventing them from whatever they're doing. So have you had any experience in the past wherein talagang nagbigay sa inyo ng kahihiyan, like hindi mo na kayo lumabas ng bahay. So talagang napunta kayo doon sa isang like experience na ayaw mo talagang lumabas kasi hiyang-hiya ka. Okay, so unlike guilt, no, shame is when you talk about guilt, this is the feeling of doing something wrong kasi nagawa mo nga. So nahiya ka kasi mali yung ginawa mo. But shame is the feeling of being something wrong. So ikaw yung mali. Okay? Hindi yung ginawa mo yung mali, ikaw ang mali. Okay? So, nahiya ka dun. So, that's the feeling, no? And it is something like a lot of people would really like put themselves uh, in the closet. Like, ayaw talaga nilang lumabas, ayaw nilang makipaghalubilo because of the shame that they are feeling. Hi, Coach Maureen. Thank you for joining me. So, shame comes when you feel violated the norms that we believe in. So yung there is like ito yung paniniwala ng community or your family. Let us just say your family. Ito yung paniniwala nila of a certain like a certain behavior or certain tradition. Yun ang paniniwala, and then this that shame comes when you violated that, and this brings to a feeling of humiliation, and you want to simply disappear. Gusto mo lang talagang mawala sa mundo. Like, you don't want people to see you anymore. And I had this experience before when there was a lot of, talks about me taking, yung mga past ko talks about me really wanting being in the higher position. Kaya I sided with the management when there were some troubles, no? And I was kind of nahiya ako, like I really wanted to run in the boulevard, yun yung aking release ng stress. But because of those talks, ayokong lumabas. Ayokong lumabas. Ayokong makita ng ibang tao, makita ako because I'm ashamed na sa mga sasabihin or sa mga iniisip nila. Okay, so hi Coach T, and thank you for joining me. So shame comes when you feel when you violated the norms you believe in, and this brings to a feeling of humiliation, and you simply want to disappear. Yun yung pakiramdam. Ayaw mo talagang ayaw mo na lang makita ka talaga. Okay? And shame brings the focus inward. Papasok sa'yo and view the entire self in the negative light. So yung tingin mo talaga sa sarili mo, negative. Everything, there's nothing anymore in that is good in you. Yun talaga, na magnify na lang yung feeling mo na yun na nakakahiya. Okay? So it brings the focus inward. Papasok sa'yo and negative talaga lahat yung nakikita mo. So that's shame. So whereas when you talk about ano yung relationship ng guilt and shame, okay? Guilt and shame share same neural networks. Pareho yung dinadaanan dito sa brain in the frontal and temporal areas but with different patterns. Magkaiba lang yung dynamics nila, okay? Or how we call it, patterns like design, but they share the same pathway, okay? So guilt arises when your behavior conflicts with your conscience. So sa alam mo, mali itong ginawa mo, tapos ginawa mo pa rin, so you had that guilt. But when you talk about shame, this is triggered when you think you damage your reputation. So kahit hindi outward sa ibang tao, yung sa'yo, yung reputation mo, nakakahiya. Kasi parang ikaw yung gumawa nito para sa sarili mo. Okay, so you damage yourself. So that's the difference between guilt and shame. And there are a lot of experiences of people that they feel like it will damage their reputation, and so they don't speak about it. They don't speak about it. So, for example, depression is something na because it's not the regular norm, it's not like not everyone who has depression will speak about it. So feeling mo, ikaw lang ang may ganon, ikaw lang ang may sakit na ganon. So ayaw mo talagang magsabi. Okay? So you keep it to yourself. There are also people who are experiencing emotional abuse. So yung mga, especially married women, no, or women who are in an abusive relationship, like they feel like sila yung may kasalanan, bakit sila nandun? So kahit ina-abuse sila verbally and emotionally, they don't get out. And if ang iba naman they have reason that they don't really talk. Parang they just ignore it na parang it's part of the day, it's the regular thing na they're being abused. And I've witnessed of this. I'm a witness of this that a friend of mine was being verbally abused and emotionally shamed in the public by the husband. So, ako yung nahiya doon. Ako yung talagang nanliit sa ginawa. But it kind of, the woman became, my friend became just used to it to the point na parang, okay, it's normal lang kasi ganyan siya. But it's really something no na hindi din niya sinasabi, hindi din niya kinikwento kasi nga nakakahiya. Okay? Another shameful thing that may happen that we don't want to speak about because we feel like we're at fault is when parents, separate, broken, you're a product of a broken family. I do remember during my time in the late 70s and early 90s, uh, yun yung mga panahon na, like, when my father left, like, hindi kasi yun siya regular at that time. So there were really very few people. And I believe at this time, the few people who were separated kept it quiet. Lived in the same house, hindi aalis kasi to preserve that image and the picture of the family. So people hindi sila nagkikwenta, of course, mga marital problems, they don't want to speak about it, mga violence that is happening at home, they don't want to speak about it kasi feeling nila sila yung may kasalanan, the shame is on them. And of course, there will be child abuse and neglect. So we have, I have a client who is in DSWD, and there are already, mga, like in the far-flung area of the province, there are cases of incest. There are cases na parang it's normal na lang that the father does this and the mother don't say anything because nga nakakahiya itong mga bagay na ito sa napag-usapan. And these are really something that's happening in the society. And for many of us who are comfortable with our lives and comfortable in the city with what we're going through, we kind of, parang hindi natin naintindihan ito. But you know what? Shame is something really that is present when this negative situation happens to each and every one of us. Okay? So in a study, okay, there was a study conducted that women are quicker to feel humiliated than men. Madali tayong ma-humiliate or mahiya. Okay? And are more susceptible to the negative effects of shame. So mas affected tayo dito. Such as low self-esteem, we develop so low self-esteem and depression. So yung babae. So imagine, put yourself in a situation where you are being verbally abused and emotionally abused. So you feel like ikaw yung may kasalanan kasi ginawa ko kasi yun. Kaya ganito yung nangyari. And so you don't want to speak about it kasi nga ikaw sa tingin mo, ikaw yung may kasalanan. And have you ever imagined that why is it that the stigma, mental health, depression and suicide are rising and other mental health challenges are rising because a lot of people would like to keep it to themselves. I believe you've heard of the statement that says, do not wash your dirty laundry in public. So ayaw nating malaman ng iba. Of course, in Facebook, you post things, but most of these are like 90% are all good things. The negative things that you will hear from there are ranting, but it's not specifically talking about you, no? Talking about whatever you're undergoing right now. So, ito yung mga bagay na nakahiya-hiya, na feeling mo kahiya-hiya, kahit ikaw na ngayon na-abuse, kahit nangyayari na ito sa'yo, ayaw mo mag-speak up because nakakahiya siya. It's shameful. Bumababa na lang yung self-esteem mo, ayaw mo na lang lumabas, but you don't want to speak about it. But this is a struggle because it is difficult to help someone na hindi nagsasalita. It's difficult to really reach out to someone na sa tingin mo naman ay projecting na maganda yung kanyang buhay at okay lang siya, right? So a lot of this in, that's why depression, mental health, challenges are really increasing because people kind of feel the shame and doesn't want to speak about it. And so there are mothers whose children are suffering from a lot of things. Hindi nag-aaral, shifting from one course to the other. Tapos yung iba naman is in substance abuse. Yung iba hindi na umuwi, nasa gaming na lang. Okay, but the mothers wouldn't speak kasi nahiya sila kasi feeling nila sila kasi din yung like it's a shame kasi ako ito yung reputasyon ko. Okay, as a mom, people will learn na ba, sabihin ng taong hindi ako marunong maging nanay and I don't do this. So it's difficult for them to reach out. Okay, so hi, hello, Coach Rizel and Coach Blazy. Thank you for hopping in. Okay, so ito yung mga, which is very true in our culture, di ba? Ayaw natin talagang malalaman. So, ayaw natin na ito yung nangyari. So, bakit bigla na iba yung kasama? Especially, lalo na kung naghiwalay. And then, matagal na yan, ganun. So, these are things that we don't really like. Para sa atin, this is a taboo, this is not what is the norm. So, it's really shameful. Of course, I'm not saying na you have from one relationship to the other, and it's okay. But what I'm trying to say here is that there are many things in our lives that is happening that we could have gotten, that we could have received help, but we can't. We cannot step forward to whatever help is available simply because we feel the shame. Okay? So, stigma in mental health is one of the topmost struggles that every family needed to overcome. Ito yung mga talagang people can understand bakit nagaganon. And, here in the Philippines, people, meron tayong sinasabi, dito sa amin, meron sinasabing radyo baktas. Yung baktas is paglalakad. So, like, it's no longer in the radio, but it's a word, a word of mouth that is being spread out. And you feel like nakakahiya ito kasi people will be talking and speaking about you. Okay, so, stigma in mental health is really something, and a lot of mothers would wouldn't want to acknowledge any struggles, any problems in mental health in their family simply because nakakahiya siya. And this is something that adds up. It adds up to the statistics of the numbers of people with mental health challenges, which we do not want, which we do not want really to happen. Kasi ano na lang yung mangyayari if our society is everybody is already like having mental health challenges and cannot focus. You can just imagine. So we want to help, but we cannot actually help, especially people with mental health struggles now and challenges, if they're not ready to be helped because it's going not to be authentic. Okay, so may hirapan tayo. So stigma is one of those na brings shame to each and everyone, especially to the family. If there's one person who is suffering from any of the mental health challenges, because there's a label to it already. So Filipino, uh, then the number one, there was a study conducted in the U.S. 4 studies in the U.S., one in Canada, one in the U.K., one in New Zealand on Filipino communities, and it was found out that more susceptible yung Filipino American community or person or individual to develop or to really like have a struggle in mental health, okay, or be faced with mental health challenges more than the other Asian, okay, because it was found that in the study na yung mga Filipino ay hindi talaga sila nagsasalita even if they're struggling with mental health challenges because of the mental health stigma. It's the stigma, and because there's a stigma, they don't seek help. So hindi din sila kumukuha ng mga like help. Okay, help also like even when there is an available like they have the insurance, they have a facility, hindi din sila nagpupunta doon. Where do they get help? In the study, it was found out that they get help from family members who are not trained, who are not knowledgeable. So doon lang sila nagkikwento. And nobody in the family, of course, kasi pamilya din ito, nahihiya din yung family members na ako, may problema yung kasama ko, yung pinsan ko, yung kapatid ko. So they don't speak about it. So until such time when it's really full blown that you cannot control it anymore. So this study was conducted, in these countries on Filipinos. Okay, so talagang kahit wala sila sa Pilipinas, there is still a mental health stigma. And we all know that they are The challenge, challenges are so great because they're immigrants. It's a new country, it's a new community. They're going to be adjusting to the way of life. So with them going into mental health challenges, but and not asking help because of the stigma. Kahit sa pamilya lang, huwag mong sabihin yan, kaya mo yan. O magiging okay ka rin. So, because we are protecting the name, we always say the name of the family because it will bring shame. So, those are the things that's why we are ballooning. I mean, in the Philippines, mataas po yung mental stats natin with people who are suffering from mental health. Because according to Senator Hontiveros, 1 in every 4. So mataas po yan na statistic. Okay? So it's very important that we really speak it out. I mean, we put ourselves, we put our feet forward into this, take a step and really talk about it so that people become comfortable with it, so that we can help them. Okay? So there are 5 steps to overcome shame. Kasi nga nahihiya tayo, ayaw natin sabihin. Okay? Hindi natin gustong sabihin, ayaw natin ikwento. But it's suffering inside and it's such a really, like, how long should it stop? What kind of life? Have you ever imagined what kind of life will the person be living until the time the person go into his or her deathbed? Ano yung kulay ng buhay? Ano yung definition ng buhay? At marami silang hindi nagsasalita. Verbally abused, physically abused, and it becomes like a second skin. Yun na, kasi yun na yung nakasanayan. And you know for a fact that God has created these people with potential. And if you're listening to me and you are suffering from this verbal abuse and whatever, you have depression, you have suicidal tendencies, you know that you are at the losing end kasi hindi ka nagkikwento at hindi ka natutulungan. And you are created with potentials. You are created to impact this world because God did not create you to be just create you for nothing. No, you were created to really like touch someone else at yung tao na yung naghihintay sa'yo tapos hindi ka makapunta sa kanya because you are with shame of what is happening with you and you cannot get out. Diba? It's something. It's something really that for those who are aware, for those who are knowledgeable, for those who have find it in their heart, we need to speak it out. We need to speak it. We need to talk about this. Okay? So if you are in this situation na meron you're having this struggle, no, if you're a mom, especially for a mom, no, na may isa ka sa mga anak mo with depression or suffering from other mental health challenges. Think about this. Think about this. I know you have a very beautiful picture in your mind of your child and of your family. When are you going to get that picture, fulfill this picture, make this picture come to life if you're full of shame? So I want you to listen to me. I want you to really listen hard. Okay? That the first step to go, but you can overcome. The first is you have to acknowledge that emotion. Acknowledge that you're feeling that. You're feeling that. It's an emotion. Nakalista po siya sa emotion. Hindi siya out of this world. Hindi ikaw lang yung nakakaramdam niyan. So acknowledge that emotion because because a lot of us, marami yung nasa shame doesn't really acknowledge na nahihiya sila with what is happening. But you can acknowledge because when you acknowledge, you begin the step towards helping yourself out. You are the captain of your own life. And a lot of people are waiting to help you. Hindi sila makatulong kasi nga hindi mo pa na-acknowledge. Okay? So acknowledge your emotion so that you can proceed. When you acknowledge it, there's a liberating effect to you and you become more empowered. And you become empowered to go to the next step, which is you determine the cost and value. Okay? So ang question dito, if you keep the emotion, how will it make your life easier or better? So, if I continue in a shameful mode, ayaw kong magsalita kasi nahihiya ako. Gaganda ba po yung buhay niyo? Will you be able to achieve the dream that you want? The picture in your mind of what supposed life is to be for you and your kid. kung hindi mo i-acknowledge that this is what you're feeling, and you don't also, of course, because you're acknowledging that you're feeling the shame, you're not actually acknowledging that there's also a situation in your family that you're not acknowledging. Okay? So determine the cause. Ano yung ano yung ah like ano yung nawawala, okay? And what do you value really? What is valuable? If your shame, you keep your shame. If your shame is a value and you want to keep it to yourself, will it make life easier for you and your family and your kids? So determine the cause. Tingnan niyo po, kung magstay lang kayo on that situation where you keep the shame kasi nakakahiya and I don't want to ask help. I don't want to tell people about it. I don't want to burden people about it. Will it make life easier? So determine the cost and the value of keeping it to you, yung emotion if you don't acknowledge. And if you acknowledge, ano yung mangyayari? How much do you value that one? How much do you value your family, your child who is suffering from that mental health challenger, o kahit yung mga, di ba yung like nakikita natin yung mga nanay umiyak kasi yung anak nila 5 years na ng college, 10 years na sa college, tapos marami na silang pera na ginugol doon, tapos hindi pa rin nakakatapos yung bata. And the child is actually grappling also kung ano ba talaga yung gusto niya. And nobody in the family just simply get angry, quiet, hindi sila nagkikwento that my child needs the help really. So determine the cost and the value. Next is plan steps to move out of shame. So as I've said, shame is an emotion. Have you ever imagined what would life be without shame? So you need to go into the steps of really move yourself out of it. Because once you release yourself, open po din yung doors of opportunities of help coming in because there are many help available. Okay? So, yes, Coach Lynn, it's really an emotion. So, it's really important that hindi ka pumahiya doon kasi lahat tayo meron yan. Meron tayo yan. Okay? Hindi mo lang alam kasi hindi mo naman mabasa yung ibang isip at ayaw din magkwento ng iba. But you are not alone. Okay, you are not alone in the situation. You are not alone in the boat you're in. There are plenty of people there who are quiet the same as you. So plan your steps to move out of shame. Paano nga bang gagawin ko sa ganito? Because a lot of times we don't want to move because we think always of other people. But how about you? How much do you value your family? How much do you value your child? Okay? Then fourth is create and adapt, sorry, naputol siya. Create or adapt a healing process or a healing dialogue. Mind dialogue, bagong pag-iisip mo. Because a lot of times, iniisip natin, nakakahiya, ganito. So, you have to learn to really be mindful and intentional na hindi siya magka-crop up. Because when you're used to thinking about it, ayaw mo na lang talaga magsalita. Babalik at babalik siya. So, when you're trying to dismantle of really thinking na nakakahiya, you need also to put up a new habit of a mind and a positive healing and positive mind dialogue. Yung talagang positive yung iniisip mo. Na ito yung I'm grateful. Like for example, gratefulness, prompt challenge na ginagawa. I'm doing this live regularly, daily in Healthier and Happier Community. It's something na mag-i-instill siya ng a daily basis, magiging automatic kasi kukunin ng brain mo yung pattern na yun that the moment you wake up, you first think of something that is you're grateful for. So, create or adapt a positive healing mind dialogue. So, it's very important na yun yung naririnig natin. So, para hindi tayo mag-slide back to the negativity that we've always been thinking about ourselves. Okay? So, create and adapt a positive healing mind dialogue. And then fifth is get into a support community. Di ba po, pag ikaw lang yung naglalab, I do remember, if like for example, even for people who are into the weight loss, pag sila lang mag-isa, the moment they feel tired, ayoko na, pagod na ako. Bawal kainin yan kasi nag-weight loss ka. Wala naman nakatingin. Bukas ko na lang. I will start my diet tomorrow. But if you are in a support group, then you have an accountability partner who will actually remind you. And that community also will give you the same support that you need when the going gets tough. When the going gets tough, nandyan sila. And when you did something good, sila din yung magse-celebrate sa'yo. And so they empower you, they put you in your toes because you're reminded of your goal, and you actually generate ideas, you hear other people's idea, you receive ideas, and you give ideas. And so yung mental energy mo, talaga siyang nag-level up. So you become more confident. You're more confident to face whatever mental health challenges that you're facing or whatever situation you have at home. So importante po talaga yung support. And I'm truly grateful. No? I want to be grateful to um, Life Coach Philippines, to the MBAs, Master Builder Apprentice, because this community really truly helped me to speak about the situation that I'm in para dahan-dahan po nawawala yung shame ko, yung guilt ko, and other emotions that I've been feeling. Because my situation right now is because of I'm moving towards healing in terms of facilitating my kids and the whole family moving towards the healing out of depression. And it's really a big help to have the community. And I'm truly grateful for Master Coach A and the different coaches who are working. They may not be with me physically, but they are journeying together with me. So when I feel down, when I don't feel like doing it, when I feel discouraged, I hear them, I see them, even only in social media. And this is a very strong support for me. And so if you're a mom and you're listening to me right now and you're quiet and you don't want to speak about your life, honestly, you need a community to help you out because mental health challenges is not healed in isolation. It's not healed in isolation. You need a lot of people to help you out because this takes time, this takes patience, this takes for you to really be reminded every now and then, okay, to be intentional and to be mindful. And your community will help you do that. Okay? So shame is a bully. Shame is a bully, but grace is a shield. Okay? It will bully you, it will like torture your mind and it kind of will repeat na, ito kasi nakakaya yung ginawa mo. It will just be there. Okay? It will be there time and time again. It will torment you. It will bully you. But grace is a shield and grace is abundant when you are anchored in God. When you're anchored in God, maalala mo na He promised na pag binigay ko yung burden ko sa Kanya, things, tutulungan niya ako. And God will actually send you people. God will send you people who will journey with you. Who will journey with you. And it is actually God in them. Okay? Yung Diyos talaga binibigyan ka at ang love ng Diyos talaga is manifested through your tribe, to the people who are supporting you, to the centers that you will be going to para you'll get all the treatment and all the help that you need. Okay? So this is really a promise that I've never really like given up. Whatever situation I may be in, I know the darkest was when my children were diagnosed. But this was one promise that I will never forget. In Hebrews 13:5, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And this is very true. You may not know God, you may not see God, but there are people who are waiting right now to truly help you. And your prayers are being answered. Or if you're not praying, your desire of your heart is known to God, and He provides you with people who will help. God doesn't give us what we can't handle. What we God helps us handle what we are given. So kung ano yung binigay niya, you are able to handle that. But you get to make a decision to really take care of it and handle it. And as I've said, help is available. People are ready. You just have to make a decision to get out of it so that we will know, people like us in Life Coach Philippines, we are into mental health advocacy. So we are really into it. So if you just speak up, people are ready to help. People are ready to help. Okay. So if you want to talk more about it, okay, you want to start the journey to live a life free from shame, free from the stigma, connect with me. Okay, let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation that will free you, that will give you that uh, freedom that you have been longing for, the lightness that you have been longing for. Connect with me and let's have that conversation. Okay, and may I invite every mom? This is also one step for every mom to really be free out of the shame. One thing that I've always believed, if you are shameful of something, if you're guilty of something, if there's something that you didn't do right, here's one thing: you always can make it right. You can always make it right. So you can always make something to be able not to erase the past because you can't erase the past, but make things better. Pwede nyo pong dugtungan ng something na maganda. Okay? And that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to be learning so that I can help my kids. And at the same time, I want to be able to bless other moms as well. So let me invite you, if you're a mom and you have kids suffering from depression, you have kids who are, hopping from one course to the other. You have kids who are in the gaming world, hindi na nauwi. Kids who doesn't want to sleep in your home, doesn't want to go home. So join me. Join me this Saturday, June 12 at 2 p.m. in What Matters Understanding Your Kids. This is a coaching workshop. We will talk about generation gap. We will talk about the uniqueness of your kids, but most especially, we are going to talk. We are going to come out of the workshop with an action plan of what you're going to do so that you can reconnect with your kids. This is based on our coaching intervention. Okay, so this is based on that, and I know this work because this is also the journey that I am undergoing right now. And little by little, it is blessing me, it's blessing my kids, and it's blessing my family. And I want to help you if you are willing and if you're ready to really step up because you value your kids and you value your family. So do join me on June 12th. PM me. The registration is 2,500. So you can connect with me at 09957398463. Also, journey with me to courageous living in mental health. Okay, so I will be running this. This is a 6 module. I will be running this come July. So message me, be part of the class. This is a group coaching activity. So be part of this so that you can journey through this life in, like really blooming and really doing the things that you've been thinking about because you are stepping courageously into the world even with your mental health challenges. So journey with me this coming July. Message me and PM. Okay, and then another one, if you want to really, truly be free, Master Coach has these two beautiful programs. You can message me and you can do this in your own pace. Okay, you can do this in your own pace. This is a careless. This is really like to stop worrying what other people think because a lot of times shame and guilt is being caused of really like thinking more of other people. Okay? Nakakaya sa iba. Kahit hindi naman natin kaibigan, hindi tayo kilala, nakakaya sa kanila. So journey into a careless. So that means you're not thinking of other people, but more focusing on you so that you become a blessing to other people. So careless is a program, a coaching program, which you may go into. You can journey with me into this. And also, if you have some shameful thing inside of you that you feel like your reputation has been damaged and you want to get out of it and you were traumatized by it, you can do emotional rehab. Journey with me. Also, these are premium. These are premium programs that are truly, truly been tested and really very, very effective. So you can journey with this. You just hop in, connect with me so that I can journey with you in these two programs. Okay. So before I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional life certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Maureen. for coaching for single living at 4 p.m. Okay, so I would like also to invite you to our Be Learning Society. Okay, so this is yung Be Learning Society. If you hear that, parang makalakas talaga siya, maka-genius. Parang ano to siya, parang Society of the Learners, yung matatalino, no? So, let me invite you to join us, hop in the Be Learning Society. You get this card at 1,500 and that you get a 5% uh, discount at Decaf Coffee Republic for whatever you're going to order there as food. You get a free mental model masterclass, and this coming June 19, you will have the second class for the second month for the Be Learning. Uh, the mental model barbell, and I'm quite curious what's the barbell, but it's something that you lift. Okay, so this will really help a lot of people, especially when your narrative is into the shame, into the guilt. So makakatulong po ito talaga. And of course, you have a free 90-minute coaching session with a coach. Okay, so talagang very inclusive na lahat ito dito. So that means that card is very, very cheap already. So you connect. Hey, this is really powerful. So do hop in, level up yourself by truly learning. Okay, so hop in, connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to get that do learning kit. Okay, kasi klase na po natin June 19. Okay, then let me also invite you to Master Coach A's Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of a new path to achieving results in life. So honestly, this is a very, very superb certification class. So if you want to professionalize being a life coach, do hop in, no, um, into this co-actively co-create, because success is inevitable in here. When you do this, success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. Now this include a 21-day web learning, which you can start in your own pace, and a 3-day live coaching boot camp, and a 3-day live business boot camp. Hitik na hitik ko talaga sa bonuses itong certification class na ito na co-actively co-create. So you'll get that live business boot camp with senior coaches. So do hop in. Okay, so connect. Definitely, you have to connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to discover more opportunities waiting for you in this profession. Okay, so once again, this is Coach Marife from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bomb, boom. Thank you everyone for joining me. God bless.